Hi, I'm Chef Taylor Parker. We're here with Burnbrae Farms Culinary series today. I grew up on Six Nations in Ontario. I wanted to start with noting that we have beans, tomatoes, wild bergamot leaves, an invasive species of wild grape. We have sweet fern, some cedar, we have spruce, milkweed, and to finish off our dish today, we're actually going to use some of the wild bergamot flower. Everything is either from our farm, our property, from foraging friends. A couple of my good friends actually help me out a lot, as it is pretty hard to pull off some of the dinners that we do on your own. It's actually very tiring considering you have to spend a lot of time out of the kitchen as well as in the kitchen. To really cook Indigenous cuisine, you actually have to go really deep into what is actually native to North America. Old traditional dishes are really hard to come by because there's no cookbooks on them. There was nothing ever written down. Your dishes would always be different based on what you could get for the day. A lot of these things just grow outside, right? Some of them we walk by every day, some of them we don't even see. So we're gonna add our cedar, we're gonna add some sweet fern, some pine. Again, most people can find these in parks if they really wanted to. Milkweed flower is actually usually growing outside in the spring, still even available right now, coming into late fall. And then our bergamot flower, so this is actually our leaves, this is actually dried. And that's coming from, again, backyard. So wild bergamot is actually the native version of mint here. So we have tomatoes, which are just, again, things that you can get at home, you can grow in your garden, right? So we have all these like really great ingredients. So tomatoes, actually, we're just gonna char off these tomatoes, try to get a little color on them. We're not trying to do anything too crazy to them. They're already a beautiful product as they should be. We will just set these aside after. And let them hang out, cool down. Our beans, we are already blanched in advance, so we're just gonna cut some of these up as well. Nothing too crazy. Those set aside. Quickly mandolin this guy. And again, this is a very simple dish. We're not looking to make anything super complicated that you can't make at home in like a very reasonable amount of time. So we'll get these seasoned up as well, and we'll set them off to the side. So we'll get a lot of aromas coming out of this. Lots of fragrance, lots of sweet notes, bitter notes. We'll have our background notes of basically everything that we can get from a little pine forest. Okay, let's start building the plate now. So we already had to pre-poach our egg. We got our tomato, we got our egg here. And we'll just make sure we get that a little seasoned as well. We've given our little zucchinis over here plenty of time to kind of hang out. Our bean. Now with our wild grapes, we're gonna make a little gastrik with them, basically adding sugar. You can use honey, you can use anything else you really want. So we're gonna do our pour over with our broth here is gonna be just to finish it off. We have our broth already pre-done as well, so I'll bring this over. And this is just a fusion dish, providing an extra aromatic note that you never thought you could get. And so this is just a little bit of our wild bergamot flower to kind of just tie this dish together. You can just get a little bit of beautiful color. and still some like sweet and acidic notes just from a handful of things you can get outside. Like I said, that'll always give you some very beautiful flavor. It'll also really challenge, especially really good home cooks, if you want to really challenge yourself. It is a lot of playing around. It is a lot of sweet, different tastes. It's a lot of different things that most people can't find anywhere either. If you're really trying to push yourself, and even if you do know, if you're a home gardener, it's also a great way to utilize a lot of plants, roots, other things that you can't find anywhere else. So we're just gonna give this a try really quick. It's always the challenge, I guess, is bringing all of these flavors together, which is you never think something so simple could actually taste so well together. Even just the grape has a little bit of bitterness to it, but the acidity of the tomato cuts through that. Our steep has so many flavors and aromas that actually literally just reminds me of where all the wild grapes are growing, right beside all the trees. I don't know if you've ever been outside just on a nice little spring day, right? You get a nice little breeze come in, you can kind of start smelling all the flowers and all the plants and the trees and stuff. That literally tastes like walking outside in a park. I'm Chef Taylor Parker. This has been brought to you by the Burnbrae Farms Culinary Series. I hope that you learned a little bit of something from this experience, and I hope you really enjoyed our little demo today.